we get to thinking they're an extension of us, and then they're able to function without us, and it's just like, oh, they're growing up, look. And that's how parents start to let go and believe my child can do this.
Yeah. My mom, she tells me the story all the time when she like dropped me off at preschool, and she said like I was freaking out, I was so tired, I was like, is she gonna be okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I just like, and she like lets go of my hand and like run and start playing with the other kids, and she was like, well, okay.
And then she probably started crying because you did that. Yeah. She doesn't care if I leave her here.
She doesn't need me.
Yep.
But okay. So explain to me again what you're saying about, I guess, the reputation that daycares have, or childcare.
I'll use my example of the ISDs. There was an incident in a local ISD last fall, and a teacher was arrested, and everybody was of the opinion, ooh, that's a bad teacher, but nobody said, oh, that's a bad school district, because it was that person. But child care centers are not given that same, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Child care centers are not given that same benefit of the doubt. If one child care center is bad, they're all doing something bad. And that was the hard part for us when that video came out. I mean, it was very difficult. I couldn't watch the whole thing because it was disturbing, but I knew everybody was going to start questioning what's going on here, which fine, come in. I'm not afraid. Come in and see what we're doing. I want you to come in, because the more comfortable and confident you are in what we're doing, the more you can focus on what you need to do, and the better I'm going to feel too. But for all of us to be put down because it happens, and then people say, well, I'm never putting my child in a child care center. That's unfair, because there are centers that are really trying to do a good job and really trying to make a difference in the lives of young children and help families, and just love to be around kids and want to help them and watch them grow. But we get the same reputation as somebody else. I'm not saying there is a perfect child care center. We all have children in our centers. We all make mistakes. But if we're making a mistake and we're really trying to not have those mistakes, that makes you different. Mm-hmm. That makes you a whole lot different than if you're just blatantly letting things happen.
And can you talk a little, and then last thing, talk about the things that our learning center teaches the kids that they can take with them when they go to kindergarten?
Oh yeah, this is how it starts. We have infants here, and with infants, we start by letting them do sensory things. So they get pudding, and they put their fingers in it and they move it around, and it's an eye-hand coordination thing. They're learning how to manipulate and make shapes. Then they move into the 1-year-old room, and we give them a piece of paper and a crayon, and we say, okay, stay on the piece of paper. They're learning spatial recognition, and now they're picking up their crayon because they already learned to do this. Then they move into the 2-year-old room, and we say, okay, here's that piece of paper and that crayon. Let's make shapes. And we start working on the different shapes. Then we move into the 3-year-old room. Well, all the letters of the alphabet have the shapes in them, so we start working on the letters of the alphabet. Then towards the end of the 3s and into the 4s, we start working on the sounds that those letters make. And it's just one step after the other, and you have to go through all the steps. You don't just start off, all right, let's start off making sounds in the infant room. Doesn't work. You don't set infants at the table and say, all right, let's practice writing our names, because they're going to fall out of the chair, they're going to eat the crayon. It doesn't work like that. You have to go in that order. And then by the time they leave us and start kindergarten, they should know about 50 sight words. They should know all the letters of the alphabet, upper and lower case, and their sounds. They should be able to do syllabication. They should be able to clap and say hat, cat, kit, like that. They should have some basic math and science skills so that the kindergarten teacher can take what she has and expand on that and get them ready for first grade. That's what it is each level is just getting them ready for the next grade. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay.